Kevin Kisner has officially joined Foreplay.
Let's go, baby.
Come on.
Come on,
baby.
Here we are.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a monumental show today. Just a huge show, huge announcement, a pivotal moment in our entire brand, and especially on this podcast. And the podcast is just awesome. We have a lot of stories. We have a great time. And it's all brought to you by our awesome friends at Chevy and the Chevy Equinox, which is your do-it-all SUV. From your daily drives, weekend trips, and last-minute tee times. We're on the road again, and Chevy's been getting us all over the place.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely monumental is the only way to describe this. It's a huge moment for all of us personally in our career, the whole entire deal. You'll hear about it all in a couple minutes, but thanks to Chevy for being here the whole time. I mean, it's been a long time we've been with Chevy.
None of it would be possible
at this
without
point.
them.
Like, they've really solidified what this brand is by being a presenting sponsor of it. So thanks to them, and thanks for getting us to where we are today and having the opportunities that we had today and going forward. It's all thanks to Chevy.
The bold, athletic, and confident style of the Equinox looks just as good at the course as it does off the map. With active trim, Equinox is at home on dirt and gravel, polished for the course, prepared for the getaway. The Equinox has a big touchscreen as well. It puts all your music, maps, and tech front and center. I was just using that this morning. It was awesome. You got to have it. Here we go. Great show. Get fired up. Chevy Equinox is your do-it-all, go-anywhere SUV. Foreplay. It's right, Barstool Sports. Look, no other way to say it. This is one of the coolest moments I think we've ever had. We are sitting here with our great friend, Kevin Kisner. We're down here at the SoFi Center at TGL. You're going to play a match tonight. You've been with us in terms of just basically doing free content, like you said earlier, for what feels like a decade. We've been speaking for years, I think, about, are we ever going to do this? Are we ever going to do this? Are we ever going to tango? You're obviously doing a lot now with NBC, with media in general, with TGL. You kind of had a great point to me about a year ago where you were like, look, I have the NBC job. It's absolutely awesome. I don't want that to change at all. But also we do 10 events it is a year. It's a couple days each time. It's not the biggest commitment. So if I'm not playing as much, is there something that we can come up with? Well, we have come up with it, folks, because Kevin Kisner has officially joined Foreplay.
Let's go, baby.
Come on.
Come on. Here we are.
Yeah.
Long time coming.
Chills, man.
Me too. I was saying, before, Trent usually claps and then we talk, and the next hour and a half, I almost just black out. It doesn't even matter what we say. This one, I was like, this is kind of a big 90 seconds here.
You had to prep for this, didn't you?
I was like, what am I going to say right now? It's that big. No, so I do want people to know, you are still, you're still the guy at NBC.
Yeah.
You're still going to be doing this week is Bay Hill. Next week's the Players Championship. You've got major championships. They were awesome, by the way, to deal with.
Yeah, I was
Who's our guy over there? The main
Sam Flood.
He's awesome.
Right.
So, conversations with them, right? Because bringing somebody like you on to our operation, there's non-competes. There's just things that are involved. And they could have been cooler with being like, nope, we get it. We think that'd be awesome for kids.
Yeah, they see a real potential for a collab there, it's only going to help build my brand to come join your colossal brand, and it's only going to make what I do at NBC and what I do at Barstool try to mend the gap and make this thing blow up. And couldn't be prouder to join. Obviously, like I told you finally get paid for all the content I've given you for the last 12, 15 years.
We were
thanks,
saying
Dave.
This might have been one of the biggest mistakes we made.
Yeah, you could have just kept going. I never asked for anything
years,
anyway.
every month, text kids, yeah, sure, I'll grab a bottle of wine and do an hour and a half show with you guys, no problem.
No, but I'm excited, man. This is I don't even know how to work Instagram, so this is going to be fun as hell to go on a journey and see what we can come up with. I think, the biggest key is I can give the insides of what tour players are going through, hopefully get more tour players on our show with the access I have, and hopefully help all the interviews and other things we do just from all my experience of playing golf and things I've accomplished in my career.
Well, I think that's such a no-brainer, and for us, it is funny. We, on almost every talking point, we all three come at it from almost the same angle.
Right.
On every single one, especially when it comes to player interviews, especially when it comes to how the tournament concluded or whatever. We all sort of are just we're kind of the same-ish weekend golfer, that we have the same kind of take, we have the same thought, and of course, we're all pretty opinionated, so there's things we disagree on, but for the most part, we're sort of coming at it from the same angle. Now we're bringing somebody on. You're 4-time PGA Tour winner. You're just the vice captain for the American Ryder Cup team. The year before, you're on the United States President's Cup team and a vice captain for that team. So just like the pedigree, I know we like to have fun with you. We like to give each other shit and all that, but it's like the pedigree that you carry is so cool for us because we carry none, basically, when it comes to speaking about.
Yeah, now I'm making y'all all popular, authentic. Where you could actually be a golf foreplay podcast now.
Yeah, I know. We never had that.
And there isn't any other professional golfer on the planet that we have the story that we have with you.
No,
I mean,
correct.
It's been so long. We were talking a little bit pre-show. The first 4-man scramble that we did at Pinehurst number 2, that was just an idea that I think Frankie had. And it was like, what if we took us 4 and we played against a professional golfer? Like, what would happen? And it went incredibly well. The match was awesome. The video blew up. And then
Who
you
won
saw.
that match?
So we invented YouTube golf. Is that what
I
you're
mean,
saying?
I'm not saying that, but I am saying, like,
That was the first time that happened. Yeah.
No
right,
doubt,
you do
no
see a
doubt.
lot of
Without a doubt.
it's commonplace now for people
But that
to
was,
play.
what, 10 years ago, probably?
Oh, it
It
was
was COVID. No, actually, it wasn't as long ago. as you
okay,
think.
it's COVID.
Isn't it nuts that
That's
COVID
sick.
was
The
6
first
years?
time I ever did anything with y'all was probably 10 years ago.
Yes.
right?
Yeah, because
You walk what was that at Bethpage 2019?
2019.
You walking in was funny wearing that freaking
With that hat on or
yeah.
whatever y'all make fun of.
Dude, I remember, when was the last time the U.S. Open was at Shinnecock?
I played there. It was
Was it
2018.
17, 18?
think it was
18, because Aaron Hills, I think, was 17. And I remember that time, 2 kids like invited me inside the ropes. We had the media credentials for like the first time. And at one point, he just gave me a wedge and a golf
Yeah, I
ball.
You want
remember
chips
that.
Yeah, and I was just like hitting shots.
Yeah.
Wednesday before the U.S. Open.
You gave me your driver at Torrey and I hit a ball. I topped the ball into the ocean.
That's right.
No,
Yeah.
you've always
In
brought
front of
us
everyone.
in, dude.
in front of everybody.
That's
In front
right.
of
You
John-
were so nervous.
I was so, I mean, and Tillery was standing there too, and he was like, "Oh boy, here we go."
The craziest thing is he's been like one of our buddies that has been on the other side of the rope. So like now to have that with us is such a big moment for us. I mean, I texted you when I heard that it was locked in. Like, this is a huge moment in my career, in Trent's career, in Riggs' career, to like have that credibility that we're gonna have a show now where when people are gonna be running to hear your take because it actually has deeper meaning in the game of golf, as opposed to us just like giving our opinion, which has gotten us, not to like toot our own horn, but it's gotten us pretty far of just a couple of guys like just having a take on golf. You're taking us to like a level that we couldn't even, it's a door we couldn't get in through. So just honestly, thank you for like taking, the risk and the leap of faith in us and joining the pirate ship.
I appreciate it. I don't see it as a risk. I only see it as a huge reward. I think it was going to be huge. I think we're only going to catapult up and continue to grow and do cooler things, get access to cooler things. And as y'all know, I don't really give a shit about a lot, so we'll probably just keep pushing the envelope as far as we possibly can, which I feel like y'all do already. And I'm the right fit to help keep pushing that.
Oh, this will be the most formal way we're going to be talking the whole
Exactly.
time, right? Because this is just the announcement.
announcement.
Like,
It's an
this is...
Oh, it's just
This
like
is
you
gonna
asked
get-
if we could do something a second ago. I'm like, of course we can do that. And you're like, are you sure? I'm like, I don't ask
We were-
questions.
If
I
that
just do
ends
it.
up happening, we're recording this before that happens. If you
True.
see something crazy for the announcement video, that's how you know this whole thing's gonna work. Because if that actually happens tonight, I'm gonna not to get too
It's
graphic.
gonna
No, you
happen.
can get,
TGL,
I
but
mean, you can get graphic. You can
yeah,
change
I'm gonna
yourself
cum
a little.
myself.
Yeah,
Like,
there you
that's
go.
what-
There you go. Perfect. Nobody's
It's gonna
happier,
happen.
by the way, than these 3 guys because now they get to like produce and film anybody other than us.
Yeah.
Just-
They're like,
just
wait,
huge.
I can go there with kids or hang out with Riggs
Oh,
again. I'm going with
thank
kids.
God.
It's also they're going to be going from tee box to fairway to greens as opposed to the adventures that we take on golf courses.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to say, I'm riding in Kiz's cart.
That's right. Because
I'm
just
gonna
so
look
everybody
for
knows,
balls.
you're jumping in with both feet. Like we're doing the podcast obviously, which you're going to be incredible on. But we're going to do videos. We're going to do everything that we do. You're just now a part of it.
I think the foreplay scramble is going to dramatically get better, too. I don't know if we have any of
We
those
got
on
to
the-
we got to tweak the format.
Yeah.
Real player now.
Kids must drink 8 beers before he tees off.
Dude, we needed this
The
too because
handicap.
we were in a Lurch was in terms of a scramble partner too, and we were just with Lurch all weekend. He was incredible. Frankie, you guys were mentioning or Trent was
I played
talking
2
about
rounds with him. It was
playing
incredible.
2 rounds with Lurch is such a fun dude, but he's killing it over at Axon with Izzer and whatnot. So he's not around as much. But Lurch was like the perfect scramble person that we needed because he's a huge guy.
Huge guy.
He swings ridiculously hard, and he would just hit a couple drives like 310 yards. that we
Totally
just-
changed the game.
Now we're like the 3 of us are out there, and if Frankie doesn't hit a good drive, we're like 80 yards behind.
I'll slap one out there 195.
Yeah, but you're a
Flying
fairway
from there.
finder, Trent.
Yeah, but it goes nowhere.
Trent beat me this weekend.
I did.
he?
Yeah.
Spanish bet.
Yeah.
See, in like a singles match, that's perfect. In a scramble against the
Yeah,
pro,
scramble,
that
yeah.
doesn't do anything for
Correct.
us. It's just devastating.
It
Like,
is.
Trent could have such a perfect day. Me too. With a lot of my drives, they just don't go anywhere. So we need that. I got a question for
Let's
you.
bring it.
What's your relationship with playing golf still?
I'm still gonna play. Colonial just gave me a exemption, which is one of probably my favorite golf tournament on tour.
Wow.
It's run by the members, which I think is so cool.
You're a winner, right?
Won there in 17.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go play there. I'm gonna do these next 6 for NBC. I'm actually calling Masters on the radio, so that's gonna be interesting. Saturday, Sunday, last 3 hours. Saturday, Sunday for Sirius XM.
Wow.
And going back to your point, NBC. I mean, they were gracious enough to let me do that too. So they're really all in on this whole partnership amongst all of what I'm doing and the brand I'm trying to build and the way we're going to go. So kudos to them. They've been incredible to work for. And I'm excited, man. I got so many cool things to do. I get to call golf on the weekends. I get to see the best players in the world play. I still get to compete with them when I want to. I still get to go to most of my kids' sporting events. And I can come work with y'all and do crazy stuff. Like, pretty good spot in life.
I mean, you deserve it. I think
Pretty
you
good
deserve
spot.
it. You know,
Yeah.
you've been like one of the more entertaining guys off the course in the game of golf, and having the kind of pedigree that I listed earlier. So I do think. I got another question for you. Do you feel like you've taken? Do you feel like you have a different look at the professional game at all now that you've been in the tower for a couple of years and you see things unfold from a completely different angle?
See, I think that's what makes me good is I don't really see it from a different angle. I see it from the same angle that the guys are playing, and I'm trying to portray that to the people. So I think that's why I'm successful is they get to see – I try to tell them exactly what's going on from a tour player level where they're probably used to just viewing it from, wow, that's unbelievable.
Right.
I try to explain to them, just like this past week, Shane Lowry, giving that tournament away and how much pressure he was feeling and how uncomfortable he was feeling with his golf swing on those last few holes in those conditions. That's just brutal on a tour player, and it's the worst feeling in the world to stand on that 17th tee knowing that ball's about to go in the water. You know it. Your caddy knows it. You just hit that shot, and it's like, I can't find the club face suddenly. It's the worst feeling in the world. Y'all are used to not being able to find the club face, but
100%.
with the lead of a tour event with 2 holes to go, having that feeling is the worst feeling in the world.
I remember, because I was going to say, I've had that feeling many times too in way less stakes, basically just on YouTube golf all the time. I remember we were at like Stream Song Red or something. We were filming like a stroke play thing, and we get to the second, I make like an 8 on the first hole. We get to the second hole, and there's just like par 5, wind hard off the left,
Yeah,
and just
I remember
all
those
water
T-marks.
up the right.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it after the round, and I remember Trotty just going, there wasn't a person on earth standing on that tee that didn't know you were hitting the water. And I was like, me too.
Yeah,
Obviously
I knew it too. I didn't even know I don't even know I took a swing.
I should have just been like,
just
"Can
go
I
over and drop
can I
at 3.
drop?
Yeah,
I'm going to save a golf ball."
On a tour level, how does that happen to a guy like Shane Lowry? Like, I feel like you guys are your misses are not real misses to the average person, right? So, like, how does it get that dramatically out of whack randomly?
So we all have faults, right? And we all have feelings we know and what we try to play away from. And obviously, I think Shane struggles with that wind condition where it's left to right wind, and he's trying to hit a cut shot, and there's water right. And I think what I could surmise is he just doesn't know how far left to aim it to start it, and he just kind of gets – and then he hits the shot on 16. The whole rest of the day was all from that shot on 16 because he had an unbelievable shot on 15 onto the green.
Yep.
And I even said in the commercial after we went to that, I'm like, this thing's over. And then when he hit that shot on 16, I was like, this thing might be over the other way. Like, Nico might just win this thing out on his own. And
because that was just you're saying that just showed his flaw coming out right there?
It's just like, as soon as he hit that shot, it's like, oh, shit. That's the one I cannot hit in this situation.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm going to hit the next one.
Which is even harder than
The next one's the worst one because it's in off the left and he's got water right. And if he hits it left, he makes bogey too. So it's like, this is the one shot you don't want to be standing over and not fully in control of your thoughts and your swing.
Was there a time where you threw away a golf tournament anywhere close to that?
Man, that's a good question. I'm sure I did. I never really felt like on tour that I, got to down the stretch.
I
and
feel
just
like we follow you pretty
completely
well.
shit the
I
bed.
can't remember any of those either.
No.
I mean, I lost quite a few tournaments and playoffs, but I never made bogeys. I always lost to birdies.
Really?
Yeah, so like I remember the first playoff I got in was Harbortown against Jim Furyk. We both went back. I birdied 18 to get in the playoff. Then we went back to the first hole. It was 18. I make a 30-footer. He's got 20 feet to make birdie. I think I win the golf tournament. He makes that. We go to 17. I missed birdie putt, and he makes another 20-footer to win the golf tournament. I'm like, how hard is it to win out here? I just birdied 18 to get in the playoff, birdied 18 again, and still didn't win. And I'm going home, and nobody's talking to me. He's over there celebrating.
You are going to help our YouTube channel. We don't make any of those birdies.
No.
That's just so many birdies. Yeah, it is.
I didn't make a birdie yesterday, by the way, at Seminole.
I heard that.
Not one birdie in 18 holes. And I mean, it's unbelievable. You can get all the par fives into. I'm like, how bad is this golf right here? Max, I play with Max. He's just dying laughing the whole time.
Didn't you say he shot an 84?
I think if I had to add him up, well, I hit the wrong ball one hole, so that's an auto 8 on a par 5. So I'm thinking 84ish. Felt good. I was telling I was playing with Chris O'Donnell, and he's like a 6, and I was like, man, after I put this in my gin system, I think that you and I are going to play even up next time if you want to play. You want to do a little gambling?
And for the people at home, that is the Chris O'Donnell you're thinking about.
Yeah, the actor.
Yeah.
Robin. Isn't that what we came up with? Robin. I called him Superman all day just to mess with him.
I had to drive him
He
crazy.
really loved that. He really loved it, yeah. Every cocktail I had, I got Superman louder and louder, as you're used to, Riggs.
Is that event insane or what? Is it fun?
It is fun, man. It's the first time I ever played in the afternoon, which is a different vibe because all the tour players that are really trying hard play in the morning. And I didn't have anywhere to go, so I just said, well, I can play in the afternoon, and then got paired with Max, which is obviously one of my best buds. So we just had a great time, and he hit it 40 yards by me all day, and I explained to everyone in the group why I don't play on tours much anymore. I smashed it on the 11th hole, down off the right. I hit a riding draw. He hits his flat one out there, and we walk up. He's literally 40 yards by me.
That's nuts.
Is he letting you know it too?
No, he's as humble as ever when it comes to that about me.
Wasn't he being too nice to you out there?
No, hell no. He's laughing at me the whole time.
She's laughing.
He's like, you're just slapping these putts by the hole, dude. What are you doing? I think I had like 40 putts yesterday.
That's just straight. What's it, Donald Ross, right? That place that
just putted off the greens.
How many cocktails?
I had quite a few.
That's like the broadcaster life, you know?
Yeah, I got going early, and then I don't have any breaks. So once you get going, I don't really know how to slow down, maybe have a water. Not in my repertoire.
No, I got no breaks.
No breaks. All gas.
They don't exist.
All gas, baby.
So obviously we're here for the old TGL. I feel like you've been one of the bigger, contributors with getting some juice going for the TGL.
Well, these guys are taking it pretty serious. I thought it was all made for TV and entertainment. We're supposed to like goof off and have fun, more of what we do here at Barstool. But I found out quickly that these guys are really taking this serious, and I had to start practicing a little bit because I was getting embarrassed with where I was hitting the golf ball. And it's made for them. I mean, I just swung as hard as I could and hit 170 ball speed out there. And they were all cheering me on, all the staff, because they were like, finally! And I was like, well, that's still 15 shorter than Minwoo Lee tonight.
Yeah.
So these things are made for them. It's just how far you can hit it.
You also made Tiger Woods laugh more than anyone in the history of the world has ever seen him laugh.
Well, I made him laugh for a long time. You just don't get it on camera because he's not on camera ever. But
he fell to the ground. He had
during
tears
the flag stick shot.
Oh yeah, that was one of the most epic moments ever.
He was in tears.
One of the funniest things ever is in one of my group threads before that night was like, kids, if y'all get losing real bad, skull one into the crowd. And I was like, yeah, we'll do. Just goofing off, and then I did skull into the crowd. And when I got done and got back here and turned my phone on, they were like, holy shit, you actually did it. I was just joking. And I was like, you think I meant to skull that one on purpose?
They're like, you lunatic.
Yeah, what are you doing trying to kill people? If that didn't hit the pin, I would have killed someone.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
I had some heat on it.
I think it was straight ball, 100 miles an hour.
Also, just people not expecting to potentially take a golf ball in the face.
Nobody's
like, we're just in this arena. This is great.
Yeah.
No problem.
Just having a cocktail, laughing.
Just chilling, and all
Who's
of a
up
sudden
over there in the
missing
bunker?
your front two teeth after my ball hits them in the
Those
jaw.
bunkers are not easy to hit out.
No, man.
No, they're tough, man. They're tough.
Yeah, we filmed in November. You text me after,
Yeah.
like, how ridiculous is that bunker? Like, that's why I scolded into the flag stick right there.
Exactly.
Because I think it was Sahith who said to us, he's like, hey, you guys, you're going to, like, whoever was up, I can't remember.
It was me. He goes, swing as hard as you
He's
can.
like, he's going to leave this in the bunker. You got to swing, like, way harder than you think. And then Frankie leaves it in the bunker, and I get in there, and I was like, God, he didn't swing even close hard enough. I left it in the bunker.
You're like, no wonder they suck out of these
I
bunkers.
was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
No, but
then you swing as hard as you can. You actually catch it nice, and then it flies 20 yards, and you're like, well, now what? I can duff it in the bunker or fly at 20 yards. Great.
like now I look ridiculous.
When my ball's flying on that screen, I'm like, please God, no bunker. Please God, no bunker. Please God, no bunker. I can chip from anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't make me play out of that bunker.
It does feel like the chipping is very doable. The
Chipping's
bunker's
doable. The
impossible.
only thing with the chipping is you're not sure what the bounce is going to do every time. But now that they made it all down grain, you at least flush every chip. Last year was into the grain. You could hit some duffers.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw a couple like real dicey ones.
Real dicey chips.
We were talking with our boy Robbie Mack, who was He was saying how like you guys in the TGL when you're playing, were making the point like when you're hitting in the PGA Tour event, whenever you're hitting, there's also probably 100 other people hitting somewhere.
Yeah.
In this, when you're hitting, you are on a stage. You are the only person hitting, and everyone is just waiting for you to hit.
Just waiting on you,
to
bud.
determine like how this entire event's gonna go.
And there's music playing and people yelling at you and this heartbeat thing going in your ear, and you're like, shit, how long do I have? 15 seconds. Oh God, I better hit. What am I hitting again? Oh, 6-iron draw. Yeah, that's right. And then you hit. So I think that's why you see some bad shots.
And are they moving in and out of your ear what you can hear from the broadcast? Or are you hearing the
You
broadcast
hear the whole
time?
broadcast until you address the ball. Then it cuts off.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So it's a little bit weird. So you're
Right.
here, but you still hear all the arena
Yeah.
noise, and you know you don't play many golf tournaments where people are yelling, "Miss it," and you suck, or hit it in the water.
And they're right next to you.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of Palm Beach degenerates.
A couple
out here.
matches
Just
ago,
suck.
one kid was just all in Max's grill, and Max is like, "Man, this kid's really getting to me. Like, can anyone find the kid and get him to shut up? Like, I'll give him a driver after the match if he'll just stop yelling right before I hit."
That's so good because we all think like, oh, they didn't even notice it. These guys are professionals.
Yeah,
They don't
they
notice it.
can't hear me.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Just,
got a 12-year-old kid chirping your ear off while you're standing over the ball. It's quite funny.
I
You'll
just
hear it. Y'all coming tonight, right?
Oh, yeah.
First event.
First
tonight.
time.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
excited.
the first time in the arena?
Well, we've played and
I mean, for a match.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
it's
always told, people ask because it does get a lot of like buzz in terms of people have takes, they have hot takes on it. What do you think of that TGO? You guys were down there. I'm always like, dude, when we're there in person, it's insanely cool.
Yeah.
Like insanely cool. But I would really like to see it for a match because I
Right.
have no idea what that experience is like compared
Yeah,
to
it's
when you're sitting
amazing. I watched the first match Sunday night. We played, and I wasn't playing, but I came. And it's amazing how when you're playing, you think everyone's seeing everything you do. And when you're sitting there, you don't pay attention to half the stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I looked up, and I was like, we're already on number 3? How are we 2 down already?
Yeah.
And then when they, you move back and forth to the green zone, if you're sitting in some seats, you can't see all. Like, I was sitting on our bench, so I couldn't. I was telling Robbie Mack, I'm like, you got the worst job in the world, dude, because we go over there and miss a putt and then come back bitching at you about how the putt didn't break. And he's like, I don't even know how far you were. You can't see anything. He's like, yep, been listening to y'all bitch all year.
Yeah,
Yep.
just nonstop, relentless. He's got a good gig though.
He's got a great gig.
Yeah, he's doing great.
And he's cool, man. He gets it. He played golf. And the worst thing ever is to get up there when, like you said, the stage is yours and you hit a really terrible shot, and then you have to walk back to your team.
Mm-hmm.
And now somebody else has to go hit from where you hit your really terrible shot, and you got to try to be positive. And it's like, man, if this was individual, I'd just break my club and like go stand in the corner for a minute.
100%.
But this is I gotta get pumped up here. All right, Max, chip in from over there, 42 yards near the side. Sorry, I shanked that one for you, bud.
It is a weird dynamic.
It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
And then 3-man alternate shot. You never play that.
Nope,
So it's like
we did.
Yeah, I've got my run-ins with that for sure. But
it's difficult.
yeah.
There's no rhythm to
Oh,
it.
you're talking about the Internet Invitational?
Yeah, I bladed a chip for $1 million. Did you see that? That come across your desk?
It's a hard thing for you to do. I mean, who didn't expect that? It's like
Everyone.
knowing when the ball's going in the water before you tee
I
off.
know.
Right.
When you're
Who
saying
didn't?
that, I'm like, God, do I know that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Why didn't you putt it?
I don't know how I didn't putt it after the first practice swing. That little chunky practice swing I
Yeah,
took
like
with
done
it.
with that.
Throw it in the water.
Done with that.
Gone.
I
Never
think-
to be used again.
Don't
ever.
even want to wedge
No,
again.
you were at the point of no return then. Because
Dude,
if
you
you
know what
didn't
I
back
really-
off and
I-
change clubs,
I think if
the
you change
whole-
clubs, people go, ooh.
There's a couple.
Oh,
yeah.
everybody goes, whoa.
Call me a pussy. all
But the
day.
worst you're gonna do is get it to like on the green.
I
Yeah,
know.
but here's the thing that people don't really know.
We were one shot back.
They were one shot behind on that
Oh,
one.
so you had to hit
because
a good
I hit
shot.
a bad drive too. I was a mess, dude.
Yeah.
The,
You didn't
the
hit a
ball
bad
was,
drive, by the way. You didn't hit a
It
bad
just
drive.
yeah, it like kicked forward. It was I got kind of fucked, but
You hit a good hard shot. Just it was a little right, and it took a hard
dude,
low
on
bounce
the
into
18th
the best.
green. I saw 2 golf balls. On the 18th tee box, I saw 2 golf balls.
Isn't it weird when your heart when you
Never
lean
in my
over
life-
and your heart feels like it's falling out because
Dude,
it's
my
beating so
eyes
hard?
had a pulse. It was
Yeah,
like, bah,
it's crazy,
bah,
isn't it?
bah.
Yeah, and you're like, I probably should back off. You can't back off. I probably should back off.
And what'd you
All
hit?
right, what am I doing again?
What'd you hit? What club did you hit off the tee?
I hit a 5 wood.
Because you teed it really low, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's going to be a miracle if he gets this
Let
off
me
the ground.
tell you something. When you're under pressure, tee it as high as you can and hit the biggest club in your bag.
I know,
Dude, it
something
was-
about that-
driver.
I know it's
It
crazy.
was basically on the ground.
I know. Dude, I don't know what I was fucking thinking, but I think the reason I didn't putt it was because we were one back, and I was like, maybe I think something snuck into my head that's like, maybe this is your moment. To, like maybe this will go
Like,
in.
watch me nip one in there and it
Like,
goes in the
maybe this
hole.
goes in, and then I'm like a wedge legend. Instead,
Well,
it went into the.
Well, and that's what
water.
Dave loves. If you take putter there, you never hear the end of it from him and from
Plus,
everybody
I think
else.
it was just like the right golf choice.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because of the one shot back.
Yeah,
One
I didn't
shot
know
back.
you were one back.
If people just
Yeah.
see the clip, they wouldn't know how the hell would you know that. But if you realize like they were closer and a stroke ahead, so
Yeah.
it's like Frankie had to hit one in there tight,
Yeah.
and you had to hope that they 3-putted
Right.
because they were like putting the whole time.
People broke down like even just my approach at the ball. Like they
We
stopped
need to
it
go
right
get our
here.
chipping lesson back.
I know.
Chipping lesson video. You know how many people I run into across this country that tell me I transform their chipping?
Meanwhile, for
And,
me, I'm just
and I'm
still,
like, well, he's still doing those butter knives, and I'm chipping cross-handed now. So I'm not sure. Maybe we should all go back and watch these videos.
That is
Dude,
true.
that Instagram video
is
of
true.
that, it's like a really long video.
Yeah.
It's got like 30 million views.
no way.
It's got something crazy, I remember.
What?
It's the
when y'all
one
just
we-
hung out with me
the-
at Palmetto.
we were
all
at
day ago.
We're
Palmetto.
doing one-handed chips.
Yeah.
And
I'd
he's
have to
like,
go. I might have shot a little high there with the number,
But
but
still.
I remember seeing that, and yeah, it's just like it's a little grainy.
30
This was
million. We're
before-
retiring, bro. That's
right.
Yeah, we don't
This
need to
is
be doing
before
this
we were
anymore.
like really doing it, and it's got a ton of views, and I'm sure a bunch of people watching it, and it helped them.
Somebody give kids the keys. We're out of here.
Oh,
wow.
Thing's
come
got
on
30
now.
million views.
I
We're
can't
done.
run this ship by myself, boys. I need all the leadership from y'all I can get.
Is that what that was? One-handed chipping? Is that what you guys?
yeah,
were
we were just like
doing?
Well, we were
learning
just-
how to.
Practicing all. Well, y'all just came and hung out with me all day. We
Like,
practiced. We played
yeah.
some holes.
Yeah.
Who else
uh,
does the cross-handed fits?
Fitz. Akshay's been doing it.
Are you exclusive cross-handed chipping?
Pretty much, yeah. I
You've
mean,
been
not
good
out of the
at it in
bunker. Yeah,
TGL.
yeah. Not out of the bunkers. I do regular, but I don't know. It's something with my wrist. I can just hit the bottom in the right spot every time. Pete Cowan told me when he saw me that, Pete Cowan, the short game guru,
Yep.
he said, "Kiz, you're way ahead of the game. In 20 years, everyone will be chipping that way."
Wow. Really?
I have no idea why. He didn't explain himself, but
He just said that.
I
out
said,
loud.
well, I sculled a chip one day and I grabbed it cross-handed right in front of Fitzy and nipped one and said, all right, I'm done. I'm chipping this way.
That's
from
just
now
what I'm
on."
doing.
Yeah.
How about our boy Alistair, who just won on the Corn Ferry Tour for the first
Sick,
time
man.
on
I
Sunday?
saw that.
Really awesome.
And he gets in the Open Championship. Do you know that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know until obviously I saw afterwards he took a picture of the flag. Is that because it was in Argentina?
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
Dan Hicks actually said that on the broadcast. We cover who won each event, and he did Alistair. And then
Oh,
he's the
amazing.
one that knew that. I didn't know that. And he said it. I was like, oh, I meant to text you whenever he
What a
said it.
professional. That you
Yeah.
knew that.
He's
Uh,
always on it.
Always on it. But
He's
he,
Why just that one? Do all like international like
It had to be a qualifier for the Open. They don't have like Open qualifiers. You play through tournaments now to get in.
right.
So like the John Deere, we have like 3 tournaments leading up to it. If you're the leading money winner, you get in. Or
Got it.
is that right for the Open? So
Yeah.
because obviously U.S. Open, you go to like sectional and
That's
go through the
right.
whole thing. They
That's
don't
right.
do that for the Open.
They do for the tour guys. They do like
Gotcha.
the last 3 events.
So they don't have to
leading
fly
up.
to, like,
They don't have
Europe.
to fly to Europe for one day and come back.
36
I'm sure they
hours.
may have one over there for the DP World guys.
Right.
But for our guys, you can get in the Open by playing great at the 3 tournaments leading up to it.
Speaking of the
Unreal.
DP World guys, what was Rom talking about today? I saw. You see that clip going crazy?
I saw it.
Pissed at
Him
what they're trying
complaining.
to make him do to come back and be a member. I don't really understand it all, but I guess he's supposed to only have to play 4 events minimum to be a member, and they're trying to make him move it to 6. And
Just
pay a
making it
fine.
harder for him to.
Right, and he's like, I can't play 6. I don't want to play 6. I want to play my minimum of 4.
I think I saw him say too that 2 of those were going to be mandated by them.
That's
so
right.
He didn't get to
They
pick
were
the 6.
picking which 2 they want him to
Oh.
play.
And he was just like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
And I know it did make him look bad that the other 8 guys did that because they were, 8 and 9 guys, or 8 out of the 9 guys that were offered it, whatever it was, took it.
Took
and
it,
he's
yeah.
the only one that didn't.
Hmm.
So he's got to like.
He's been pretty
justify.
pissed off recently. He was pissed off about the amount of points that they were getting from the World Golf. Pissed off about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look
Angry.
Yeah, doesn't look that
Well, when
thrilled
you
about
go from playing on the best tour in the world and winning majors and everybody knowing who you are to going to play that tour and nobody watches anymore, I'd be pissed too.
Right.
that. Dude, it was crazy. The Anthony Kim numbers, because we did 40
Oh,
minutes
yeah.
on Anthony
What
Kim.
were
It was
they?
awesome. It was, I mean, in their defense, it was like 2 a.m.
Right.
East Coast
Yeah,
time.
but ratings were awful, right?
But there was like like 100,000 people watching.
Right.
It's like that's just
insane.
The tour's killing it right now.
I mean,
with $5 million.
That Anthony Kim
Trent and
thing.
I took my father-in-law to Sawgrass. We got over 100,000 views.
Yeah,
right.
It's great. Like
That's
my
right.
Don Rowan got more than
That
that.
Anthony Kim.
Your guys,
It's just
Don.
great.
your guys,
It's just
shout out
crazy.
to him.
your
Just
guys,
crazy.
your guys cost for like $400. Theirs
Yeah.
was like $4 billion.
And that's
I know
the-
it's not apples to apples.
It's
This one's
not,
live.
but that's the biggest story they can have.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like,
The biggest
that
one.
should have been their moment.
Right. You can't, even if the big guy like a Rahm wins or something, it's not the same as the story with Anthony Kim paying it off at their biggest event. And to have the numbers still be flat is tough.
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 It's tough.
Where do you go from there?
I don't know.
Did you ever get approached to go over there?
Never for enough money.
How did that process go? Like, did it come
They
with
just
like
work
an
through your
owl? Did an
agent.
owl like fly into your house? and
No,
be like,
they
here's
We
500
just went
million?
through that process. Butler calls you. And then you
Yeah,
get another
Butler
lawyer.
calls you, and then they get someone else
How'd we
involved.
get him? It lived in it.
Exactly.
We got that oil money, man?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
are we doing better
We
than I
got-
thought?
Yeah,
Shout out to our guy Paul.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he
Paul
killed it.
killed it.
So, but it's kind of, it goes just sort of like anything else goes. They go through your agents and then.
Yeah, sending contracts, sending offers, negotiation.
Did
try
you
to
even
get
think about
through.
it?
Well, they never got anywhere close to the numbers, right? I mean, for me to leave everything I've accomplished and looking back, if I'd have gone, I would have been miserable, right?
Right.
And look
Yep.
at where I am, where I would be right now. I wouldn't be working for y'all. I wouldn't be playing TGL. I wouldn't be at NBC.
Right.
You wouldn't have any of the main jobs you
wouldn't
have.
have all the
thing-
equity in the
you
tour.
also listed things that are just making you happy. You're like, I'm in a
Yeah.
pretty damn good spot. My
Or
life
I
is
could have been
good.
playing in Australia at 2 a.m. with
Right.
Anthony Kim kicking my ass.
It's amazing.
45
looking back.
people
It's-
watching you.
45
Anthony
people
Kim
watching.
kicking my ass.
Yeah.
How insane was that, though?
Well, see, I grew up with Anthony playing against him, man, and he was like a generational talent that everybody already talks about. And the way he played when he came back was just, it shows you how hard it is to come back from not playing for a long time, how hard the professional game is. And I'm like, the dude's got way too much talent to not find it eventually. He just needs more reps. And what I felt terrible for is like he got relegated, right?
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't get his card back in tour school, where does he go?
Right.
Like he probably quits golf again.
Dude, he finished third, and he had to finish in the top 3.
And I think his career's over if he doesn't, right?
Yep.
He's not gonna
Right.
fly around play Asian tour events for $1 million, I don't think.
Right.
So I think that was like the coolest moment is him getting his card back, and then for him to win. Now the sky's the limit for him. Like he could win them all now. He's that good.
God. So he was that good. He had so much swagger.
He
about
was
him.
so good, dude. Like just never missed the middle of the face. Like one of the most impressive ball striking guys I've ever seen in my life.
That kind of came out too, because it was perfect timing for me because we're 2 hours behind. Back in Phoenix, whatever. We're at the bar. It was like a Saturday night.
Right.
Get home at like 11:30
And you
p.m.
can watch the end of it.
And I turn it on, and they're on like the 12th hole, and he starts making birdies. He's fist pumping everywhere,
Going crazy.
going fucking
he
nuclear.
was
And-
going nuclear.
Dude, which is awesome because it just made me. I'm jumping off my couch. I'm like,
Right.
woo! I'm twirling my hat like Frankie, going nuts. And like as I'm watching it, I always think of like the nerves are going to come out on the full swing because that's where there's the most, like Shane Lowry,
Right.
where it's just like, dude, you got to swing the club 100-something miles an hour,
And we got to
to
line this face up.
And you're like, holy shit! And we got to have a good path, a good face. Oh my god!
And I got to hit in the middle.
And that was what I was impressed with him. Yes, he was making all the putts, but he also then like you're always kind of ready for a nervy letdown in those
Right.
moments of like, okay, he just drilled another putt. He's going fucking crazy. He's fist pumping. Now he's going to step up on this tee, and he's got to hit like a driver down the middle, and he just was ripping.
Lacing it.
He was hitting it
Well, that's
so
what his
straight.
bread and butter was his whole career. Like if he was an unbelievable putter his whole career, he probably would have won way more on the tour. But he was the elite of elite ball strikers his whole career, and so that's why to your point, I don't think he's ever going. Like I would on tour when I was playing my best and putting my best, I could not wait to get to the green, so I could finally feel comfortable. Right? He probably feels the most comfortable over that driver under the pressure.
Right.
I was like, please God, just get anywhere on the green so I can putt.
I'm with
finally.
you. I'm the exact.
Right.
I'm like hanging on.
Yeah, just get
to
me
the
up
green.
there. Somehow, I'll kick it up there if I have to. Come on. I'll putt from anywhere on the green. Just get me
Come
on
on,
there.
hit that rocket, kick
Yeah.
back in the play. Yeah, yeah.
So you're not going to be surprised if Anthony Kim rips off a bunch. here.
No, I think sky's the limit now, especially where he is in his life and, doing great and feeling good and healthy and sober and all the things. Has a, wife and kid. I haven't met them, but I haven't seen AK in forever, but, yeah, sky's the limit for
We
him.
were out in San Diego at the Grand Del Mar.
Yeah.
We had filmed a video, and he was right behind us, and he had his kids out there and like a bunch of coaches and people around him. This was before we even knew that he was doing that qualifying, and it was really cool to see like he was grinding.
Yeah, he's
but
back.
also
He's
like
all
looked like
in.
he was in a good spot.
Yeah, he's all
Right,
in.
like he was throwing balls. His kid was going and like picking him up and throwing him. In
Yeah,
the
the
hole.
vibes
Like,
were good.
It was cool. So he's definitely in a better place, that's for sure. And now winning obviously cures a lot of things.
Everyman Jack says that, having to make this decision between products that maybe work or products that are good for you, that's just BS. You don't have to do that anymore because Everyman Jack, their clean, naturally derived formulas have none of the garbage the other guys use. No parabens, no dyes, no shortcuts, and they're incredibly effective. Their coconut-based body wash cleans while hydrating. Their new 48-hour antiperspirant has unbelievable glide and staying power. I've been using all this stuff for a couple weeks now. I use it all week. Last weekend was just a grind. As everybody knows, on a golf trip, it's not a vacation. It's a golf trip.
Yeah.
You're out there. You got to just use it. I brought it with me. I brought my own body wash with me. Obviously, bring your deodorant with me. It got me through the weekend feeling amazing.
There you go.
Yeah, especially putting all that sunscreen on and everything.
Oh.
You got to get it off of you, and you want to do it the best way and the healthiest way for you. So make sure you're going with Everyman Jack, because at the end of the day, you got to put the right stuff on your body. It's an organ, by the way, your skin.
It's the biggest one.
It's a great call. Everyman Jack, clean, effective, made for men. What more could you want? Start your new routine and find Everyman Jack at Walmart, Target, Amazon, Kroger, or wherever men's personal care products are sold. The speed thing, I know you kind of like mentioned that earlier as sort of like sent you a message of like, well, goddamn, you're just out there going, everybody's hooting and hollering for 170 ball speed. What have you, like, did you go through a phase where you're like, okay, I'm going to try to just pick up? Because like Matthew Fitzpatrick did that, I feel like, where he just.
No, I did speed training. I remember doing it. We played Torrey Pines U.S. Open, so whatever year that was when I was like at the peak, and I built a longer driver that was built for me, and I was training speed, and I got it up there pretty good, probably close to 180 ball speed. But I never can make myself do it in the tournament. So my goal was, if I keep doing this in practice, like if I get 2 or 3 miles an hour off my stock, then that's a gain, right? But it never really correlated for me in my career, where I was like, oh, I finally am hitting 170 every time. I always revert back to it. And I tell people this all the time, that I never had a golf lesson in my entire life where somebody told me to hit as hard as I could growing up. And now that's all you tell the kids.
Yep.
Like if my son wants to go hit a ball, I'm like, hit it as hard and as high as you can. And that's all we need to worry about.
And then later we'll straighten it out.
I can teach you how to hit it straight, but I can't teach you how to hit it far. You just have to learn how to have speed.
Right.
You can do all the speed training you want in the world, but when I grew up, it was like, take it back slow, keep it on plane, hit it in the fairway.
Oh, I remember being like hearing too whenever I was getting into
plane, club face.
Yep.
And we also
tempo.
I grew up thinking that the path started it and the face curved it, which is the complete opposite of what it actually is. So about 2008 or so is when we figured out that the face starts it and the path to that face curves it. So I was literally playing the PGA Tour with wrong information in my head.
Complete wrong.
Complete wrong.
That's
Like,
fucking crazy.
oh, I hooked it, so I just shut my face too much.
Similar to Ryan Miller, the goalie talk that we had
Yeah.
after the Olympics. We had Ryan Miller on. He was talking about how that golden goal, Sidney Crosby, that scored against him, like he didn't have the right information or technique. It wasn't like invented yet at that point. Had he had the training that the guys have now, he would have just saved that shot. Because
crazy,
of
right?
everything that now they do.
They understand. They do it differently than they
Correct.
used to. Yeah.
Brendan Jones, what did you think of that conversation? Did you hear
Hey,
that
did you go back and
conversation
listen to
about
that? What was it called?
Yeah, it's like the RVH.
Reverse VH.
Yeah.
That wasn't taught until much later.
Insane.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
Kevin Weeks is huge on it. Like he talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
On the
Really?
network. Yeah. I mean, I learned it, but definitely after 2010.
There's
Yeah.
probably so much in golf that they're learning now. Is your kid playing? Is
He doesn't play much. He plays everything else. He says it's too boring to walk to the ball to wait to hit another shot. He's like, if I could just
This is
hit him
Henry,
back
right?
the bar. Yeah, Henry.
How
I
old
could
is
hit-
he now?
He's 8.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy.
I've got a video on my
That is
phone of Henry like
crazy.
running around the Palmetto. He was the cutest little kid. I
Yeah,
remember saying to, like,
towhead,
my
remember?
girlfriend at the time,
Yeah.
who's now my wife, and now we have our own kid. I was like, oh, man, like look at Henry. She's like, I want a baby. Like,
he was. He
she
was
was
like,
successful.
yeah, we got a little chunky baby now, but
yeah, it's beautiful. My
Um,
daughter's 11, man. She'll be 12 in a
that's
couple months.
crazy too.
She's playing middle school basketball and volleyball and travel soccer. I mean,
Good
it's
athlete.
crazy.
Like,
yeah, she's good.
It's awesome.
She gets it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
They got a lot of like night stuff so you can go to during the week.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much Tuesday and Thursday this spring. I'm gone from the time they get out of school till 8:30. Going, dropping practice, go to that practice, drop, go back to that practice.
Which I'm sure you love because you've been on the road for.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's like just driving around carpool all day, and then I'm fortunate enough that most of the coaches ask for my opinion or help on things, so I'm involved in decisions. And I don't know. I'm no professional soccer player or baseball player, but I know what looks good and doesn't look good in all sports. And if they're doing something really silly, I can point it out.
Right. So like I saw kids with a goddamn headset on during the Ryder Cup. I gotta ask them about this.
Yeah. How do y'all build teams over there in the Ryder Cup? I'm like, well, I have Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
And I have Cameron Young.
Yeah, we got Susie.
I tell them to hit it far and then make birdies.
God, I can't believe you were assistant captain on that team. We've spent 10 podcasts worth of time talking about why we lost that Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
You were just a part of that team. Like, you know more about it than anybody.
Sure do.
So what's
Try
the
to forget some of it.
So what the hell's the answer?
We need Shane Lowry to miss that putt.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy? It came down to that, man.
yeah.
It's insane.
I think we got hosed by the weather. I mean, the course setup was the easiest one to go back to. And,
Yeah.
you know, we have the stats to back up why we did it. But in hindsight, it's 2020. I'd rather lost going down with, you know, typical Bethpage.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't rain, you know, 2 inches on Thursday, where the greens are so soft that we're actually playing from the rough to take the spin off the ball, I think it
Is that what guys were doing?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Wow.
you'd rather hit in the rough?
It's a hilarious story. I'm out with the first or second group on Thursday morning, and or they start on Friday in the Ryder Cup. Friday morning, and we get to 6 at Bethpage, and we're playing Tommy and Rory. And 6 is the little short hole down the hill. You can't see your drive.
Great hole.
And it's kind of weird. You got to hit pretty far left off the tee. And Tommy stands up there and just laces this ball that's obviously going in the rough, right? As soon as he hits it. And as soon as he touches it, Rory goes, great shot. And Tommy picks his tee up. And I was like, isn't that in the right rough? And we go down over the hill, and I'm standing up on top of the hill watching, and Rory's got like 80 yards in the right rough to the front pin. And he lands at a foot, and it doesn't move. And we lose the hole. And I got on the radio, and I go, boys, I think we're fucked. And they were like, do what? I'm like, these guys are purposely hitting it in the rough on these short holes to take the spin off. And it was Harris and Colin. Colin hit it perfect down the middle. Harris hits this wedge, tries to land it 20 feet by the hole to spin it back. It spins back half that far. He misses the putt. We lose the hole. I'm like, oh, no, this is bad.
That message coming over the comms, like they're hitting in the rough to play better. We're fucked.
Wow.
We're fucked.
we have Colin Morikawa who hits it in every fairway. I don't think Colin missed the fairway if I told him to. And we lose 5 and 4 and all the matches that first morning.
Isn't it crazy too? Like,
I mean, they obviously outputted the hell out. Like, God couldn't have beat us that week.
Well, that's where we land on it too. Like, there's all this discussion about what went wrong, what can Team USA do better. And at a certain point, the numbers are going to show that they just played incredibly well.
They played incredible. Like that match that Justin Rose beat Scheffler, and that was late Saturday. I'm in that match, and Justin Rose was 8 under on the front 9, like literally made 250 feet of putts. And then Tommy Fleetwood hits it to a foot on 10, and Scottie Scheffler flies it in the hole, and it comes out, and we lose the hole. And I was like, you know, at some point, it's just not your day.
Right.
Like, we're not doing anything bad. And if you go back and run the simulations of what we expected to happen, we did exactly what we expected.
You guys are closer to the hole, right?
Yeah, we did exactly what we thought our team should. We played like we should have.
Right.
And if you run all the simulations, we win at that point, but they were like plus 18 strokes game putting.
They made everything.
Can't beat them.
Nope.
I came back to earth a little bit on Sunday, obviously.
Yeah, you always kind of go back to your mean, right? Like if you hit every fairway on Thursday, you're probably going to miss some on Friday more than normal. But that was fun as hell. That was the most fun I've ever had in golf that Sunday. I stood on the 12th hole, and we won like 4 out of 5 groups on the 12th hole, and they're all on the radio like, do not move, kids. You stay there till the very end. And then I could hear on the radio like, oh, my God, Cam Young won 17. We're 2 up, whatever.
Dude.
And then the scoreboard was right there, and the
insane.
stands are behind me, and I would point at the scoreboard, and then they would put the American flag up, and I'd do this, and the crowd would go nuts, dude. And they're like, come on, kids, do it again. I'm like, I gotta wait, man. I gotta wait. I can't just tell you something that's not happening.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm reacting.
I'm just telling you what's about to go on up there. And then suddenly the whole board went red, and I'm like, holy shit, we might actually do this.
Dude, I remember tuning in and being like, all right, if they're going to make it interesting so that we get another couple hours more than I thought we'd get out of this event. That's pretty fun. Right. And then there was a legitimate point where like you leaned forward, you're like, we're going to fucking win the Ryder Cup.
They might win.
We're going to win the fucking Ryder Cup.
I was doing that journey from the 18th green to the 17th green with like you guys, like towards the end when you guys were just like going back and forth. It was like a mad scramble because like, you'd go up there, JT won. Now you're running back to 17, and you're going back up there, and it was insane. And then that Ben Griffin shot, I keep talking about that, but him in that bunker, he hits it to that back left side of the green. One of the best shots I'd seen in person ever in my life.
On the radio, they were like, we don't even know if he can get it over the lip.
Dude, right. I was like one of the only media members, quote unquote, standing right behind him. It felt like everyone was up on the green. And I'm looking around, I'm like, how is he going to get this thing over this lip? I've been in that bunker before. It's impossible.
Impossible.
And then, of course, I
remember talking to you on the first tee that morning.
Yeah.
We were actually talking about this.
Yeah.
Like how this could be a possibility.
Yep.
And like just so sad.
I know.
It was like the most sad conversation you and I have ever had.
Yeah, it was.
There was no excitement in either thing we were talking about. We were just standing on I was leaning on the rail. He's leaning on the other side. And for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough day.
And as we were talking, the first couple matches were out there, and it was blue.
It was all blue.
And we were like, this
is bad. Like, what are we going to do for the next 3 hours?
I know. You did say that. He's like, I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't know. Like, am I going to have to, like, keep people from beating up our players or something, from getting beat so badly?
Dude, you did tell me that. You were like,
we're
we're coming up with plans to, like
security, what are we going to do? Security,
we don't know if the crowd's going to beat up their players or our players.
Right. Like, they might run out there and start beating up Scottie Scheffler at some point. I have no idea.
You fucking suck.
Yeah.
Getting so
Can't
pissed.
believe you lost the Ryder Cup this badly or some shit.
Oh, God.
The best was, so I got my parents to come out. It was their first ever Ryder Cup. And they came out. They got in, like, Thursday night. They got out there Friday morning, which was awesome. I told them, I was like, get there at, like, 4 in the morning. You don't want to miss. Like, when that sun comes up, and it's like the Ryder Cup is reawakening for the first time in 2 years. The crowd's going nuts. It's like dark, and then right when it gets light, they actually like pretty much start the event.
Yeah, you have to.
It's insane. And they got out there. They got right in the middle of the grandstands, and they were like bummed because they had never been there before, so they didn't even know that 18 and 1 were like the same grandstand. So they're texting me. I was like, "Did you guys get in? Did you guys get in?" Because we had the media badge. Yeah. And I was like, "Did you guys get in? I'll come find you." And they're like, "We're by like 18," and I was like, "18's like." Right, it is
right there.
Yeah,
perfect, you're there.
You nailed it. And my dad tells me, he's like, the sun came up, and he goes, I hit your mom. I go, Gene, we're on the fucking tee.
We're here. We did it.
I had no idea we're on the tee. So they had an unreal time with that. They thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then for 2 days straight after that, I don't think they saw one thing to cheer for.
Yeah.
I mean, just 2 days
just
straight.
Getting shellacked.
Every match that walked by, blue.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Rose made putt. And you're like, God. And then we did, luckily, like Saturday, we didn't even try to fight the crowd. Saturday, we got a cool hospitality. My buddy Brett hooked us up on 17 green, on the left side of 17 green. And they had a huge video board there. So we could at least, like, have drinks, hang. My parents obviously were like, we had a whole day of walking. Let's just not fucking walk.
Yeah.
Totally get that. We sat there, and, like, the only thing that we really saw, because, like, a lot of matches don't even come to 17, was just Victor Hovland made, like, a 10-foot putt right in our face. And just a huge fist bump.
Oh,
and we were like,
standing right there.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think we were yelling at you when you walked by.
But then Sunday, that was the moment where you could really flip it.
I know.
If he missed that putt, we win that match, maybe get some momentum.
I know. But then I will say Sunday, like Sunday, I'm sure the energy was insane, but it was also really cool being there on TV and having them just like flip back, bang, bang, here, seeing the red change.
And actually seeing some of us do something good.
Yes. And all good. Every putt was going in.
2 days.
Oh, that was like, that's wild. But that event.
And the dudes were fired up. Our guys were fired up. And you could just feel that momentum when you're in those last groups. Like I was back there with Sam Burns. I think he was the last guy. And I was like, dude, you better buckle up because this shit could come down to you. Like, you better get ready.
That gave me the chills. Just imagine. Like, I feel like I've been in that position with my buddies' Ryder Cup boozy golf weekends, where you're
not
like,
for the Team
wait
USA.
a second, my match might matter. And you get so nervous. Imagine that for Team USA at the Ryder Cup at Bethpage.
Dude, I sent a message to JT after because I had been lucky enough to walk with him in Rome on the Sunday. I had just landed that day for my honeymoon. I went to the Ryder Cup the day that I left my wife at the hotel on our
Like,
honeymoon.
I'm going out there.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta
First day
go.
of
We're in
honeymoon.
Rome. It's insane. And then I walked with him basically the whole entire match on Sunday at Bethpage, and I was just like, he's such an inspiring guy in that type of environment to watch because he's just like, he takes it to a level that you yearn for as a USA fan. He like lives for that exact moment. The way that he plays in those pressure moments, like being just on the side of him and like watching how he dials in was really cool. It's something like I told him I'll never forget that view for the rest of my life. Like the way that you kind of command.
And that putt he makes on 18 in Bethpage, like, are you kidding me?
That was
like,
so
Just
awesome.
so sick, man.
Like, you want to bottle that up for the rest of your life and be able to shake it and drink it whenever you can.
Oh, God.
The ultimate just like ecstasy.
You know how happy the world would be if everybody could just drink a little bit of that?
Just let me try this and see how I felt when that putt went in.
Just smell this.
Yeah.
How much of that gig is knowing what to say at the right time or not to say?
As
Like,
a captain,
Yeah,
I think it's the hardest part because it's your peers, right? It's not like I'm their coach.
Right.
I'm not there on their team throughout the year. Suddenly now they're all relying on me when they're 2 down through 12 to motivate them or say something at the right time. So I actually used Kirby's guy, Kirby Smart at Georgia. His name's Drew Brandon. He helps Kirby with all his speeches, talks, things like that, and personality. And I got him to help me with some stuff on knowing the guys a little better, knowing what they like and don't like. Like, you may want me to yell at you, let's go.
Yeah.
And you may say, kids, if I'm losing, get so far away from me, don't talk to me. That's the hardest part.
That's what I mean, because every guy is different. Like you talk about what you said to Sam Burns, like you say that to somebody else, and they're like they shit
Go in the
immediately.
bunker and
Puddle,
hide.
yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that to me is very
That's
interesting.
the hardest part. I didn't know it until I did it with Jim at Montreal,
Mm.
and I was out there, and I was like, well, I don't know if Scottie. I was with Scottie all week. I'm like,
Scottie and Russell, right?
yeah, I know Russell pretty well, but I didn't know Scottie from a motivational standpoint. Does he want me to leave him alone? Does he want me to tell him jokes? Does he want me to walk with him and not say anything? You know, so getting to learn that is one
What
of
was
the
the
coolest
answer?
part.
What was the answer?
He likes jokes.
Okay.
Some of them get a little raunchy though.
Yeah, but I feel like in those environments that could help. Where you're like,
But he
oh,
doesn't
okay.
like. He likes me beside him and talking, but he doesn't necessarily respond. It's the craziest thing. So he's kind of. You see how he walks, right?
He might not
And
like
the first
you,
day,
kid.
no, he does. The first day, I was like, I think I better shut up. He hasn't even looked at me, and that was a funny ass joke. And then at the end, I was like, was that good? And he's like, loved it. Keep it rolling. Keep it
Yeah,
rolling.
that's got to be
Yeah,
tough. You're
keep
getting
it
no interface.
rolling.
It's
You know,
so
like-
hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy either hates me or loves me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if he wants me to go in that creek and jump in and drown, or does he want me to keep walking down the fairway with him?
Right, right.
How about Scottie, man?
So good, dude. He's just the greatest guy ever, too, man. Like, he's just the coolest, the ultimate professional, and just the way he goes about his business. I just cannot get over. I tell people all the time, the coolest thing about Scottie is it doesn't matter if it's Tuesday, for $20 or Sunday at the Ryder Cup. His routine and the way he goes about his process is the same. And I just, most people don't have that, right? That's just,
Yep.
a quality that most people don't possess. And he looks the same way he grips the club, the way he talks to his caddy, the way he gets over it, the same process every time. Speaking of Scottie at the Ryder Cup this year, in the practice round on Wednesday, he hits 2 shanks in 9 holes.
Oh my god.
Pole shanks.
Okay.
And I'm literally like, what in the actual fuck is going on? Like, we're at the Ryder Cup, dude? I've never seen you hit a bad shot. And you've hit 2 in 9 holes. And he's starting to get a little frustrated. And he goes to the range with Randy, and that night he comes and puts his arm around me. He's like, they're in trouble, kids. And I was like, what? He goes, I found the face on the range. That's a big problem for them. And I was like, damn, that's cool. You were just shanking it a minute ago. I was like dodging your hosel rockets, and now you're telling me you're gonna win
Presenting
the Ryder
hosel.
Cup. Yeah.
Oh man,
Jesus.
God, it can happen to anybody. This game's mad.
We were talking about like all the comparisons to Tiger, and you see all the stats and stuff, and there was a ridiculous stat that we had brought up yesterday where, I think going into Pebble, like only like 12 guys had beaten Scottie over the last year or so, only 12 names or something like that. But I think the thing that always makes you, obviously, like Tiger's Tiger and Scotty's Scotty, and the reason that it's so far, in my opinion, is because Tiger had those moments that you can remember. Isn't it weird how like you can't think of specific moments in all of these Scottie wins. They're
Yeah,
just
it's
so like
interesting. I never
methodical.
thought about that. That is
Like there's no like putt. There's
like-
no.
It's so robotic how he goes about winning.
And he's already won
compared to-
so much,
yeah.
and there's not like a single one, unless I'm just
Yeah.
like forgetting.
Well,
Well,
BMW last year on 17 when he chipped in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah.
Incredible
Yeah.
shot.
Incredible shot.
Yeah.
But he
That
doesn't go
was
running
insane.
around the green fist pumping.
No,
and
it's
doing
just
all
his
the
demeanor
things.
is
He
never
just
going to
kinda
do
walks
that.
it in,
Yeah.
And in a lot of these, he's beating the brakes off of people.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing. Like
So he's
just holding
not-
on to a lead is not as exciting as
Right.
a guy coming roaring up. And I
That's
know
right.
Tiger blew people away, but as he did it, he brought the crowd in with him, and it was like the whole entire deal.
And Tiger hit, crazy drives, and you hit heroic shots from just dog shit
Right.
spots where
Right.
Scottie just hits the fairway, hits the green, and
Another
he either makes
birdie.
the putt or he doesn't.
Dude, I think of like
Pretty
Memorial.
boring golf.
So true.
I think of like that clip of Memorial with Tiger where he like hits his second shot way left. He chunks his first flop shot
Right.
and then holds the
Holds
next
it,
one
yeah.
and gives like 11 fist pumps.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that's like, Scottie would have been like, I don't know, he probably would hit a 4-iron down the middle. He would hit like a little sawed-off pitching wedge to 20 feet, maybe barely miss, tap in for
Tap
par.
in, boring as shit.
Kyle's-
Next.
Tiger's just out there. Yeah. But it's almost like you'd almost, as a fan, obviously Tiger got more people going. As a player, I feel like you'd almost rather be the Scottie version.
Oh, totally. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to hit those heroic shots Tiger had to hit. I'd
No,
much rather
dude.
just go up there and tap my pars in and hoop a few and go about whipping your ass by 6.
Dude, I remember telling you one time when like shortly after we met, whatever, you were on like PGA Tour Live, and then afterwards we were texting, and you were like, "How was I out there?" I was like, "You're kind of like boring to watch." And you were like, "That's what I'm trying to do."
Yeah,
That's great.
I want to be as boring as possible.
Yeah,
I want you to see me touch the ball, pick my tee up,
It's like,
hit my iron shot, and pose, and then look at every putt until it stops rolling because I think it might go in.
that was all I watched.
That's all I want to
For
do
like 4 hours.
all day long, every day.
just
I don't
kinda-
want any one-handed finishes looking for my ball, and I don't want to hit a putt and be disgusted as soon as I touch it.
Yeah, fair.
You know what era of Kevin Kisner's my favorite is when you were wearing those like moon shoe putting things.
Yeah, they're the best.
You still
You might
got
have to
them?
start selling those,
Chingo
though.
balls.
So
We're gonna make them.
good,
We're gonna
dude.
put Barstool
Watch
Sports
me
You
on
might
the
have to
bottom
get
of them.
skills on
We
those.
should,
yeah.
dude. We should.
Dude.
Just walking around those moon shoes are so sick.
Dude, and then-
Making
yeah.
Like
huge
we
indentions
get
on
to
all
a
the
tournament. We're like,
putting
"Where's kids?" We're like, "He's the guy on the moon."
Yeah.
Over there. He's the guy with no gravity on the moon
The
over
guy,
there.
the weirdo, standing on something and hitting putts and still making everything while
What does
Billy
that
rakes
do?
him the ball.
What does that do for you? It's just like
So it makes you get in the same setup every time because you're off balance, right? So we all change every day. You don't feel the same. So, how many times you guys don't get a bunch of golf lessons, but throughout the year, my putting coach will be like, dude, you're standing up taller, you're bending your knees more, or you're too far from the ball. Well, you're the same every day. You're going to figure
Wow.
out not to fall down.
Because if you're off a little, you wouldn't be able to stand up.
Correct.
So
is
you
it
got to be the
set
same.
to what like your
No, that's
standard is?
I
No?
bought them on Amazon.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's
Put 'em
incredible.
on. Makes me. They're actually built for people that like have problem with their feet to like make
Yeah.
them
I
walk better. They
Like,
walk in them.
No arches or whatever.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, "Is this what I'm buying for real?" When my coach sent them to me, he's like, "Yeah, $68
Wow.
bucks. Well, we can sell them for $100 on Barstool. I'll sign them."
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
I'll sign him.
We do a lot of our meetings for foreplay on the podcast a lot of times. So if you ever have any ideas, just say them.
Yeah, well, that was
Almost
one
every
of them.
time.
That's
Here we
one
go.
of them. Yeah, we'll just do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, almost
Oh,
every time. is
Speaking
where
of
we
like
meet.
weird things, after our interview with Alistair yesterday, he told us like probably the best part that would have been a great clip that he switched. His grip on his putter is now the same as his wedge. Have you ever seen that or
So
ever
it's
messed
like
around
a
with that?
round grip?
Yeah,
It's just like a normal basically
grip.
iron or wedge grip.
it's just a regular grip. And
No,
he was like
I've never hit a putt with that.
he was
So-
just draining it in from
Obviously,
everywhere.
He was like mid-20s under, wasn't he?
And he said that like one of the guys came up to him and was like, I think everyone's gonna start doing this when they start feeling like. Apparently, it's just like, he's like, what was his reasoning? He was hitting
Well, dude,
like
he handed
7
it
woods
to
from off the
me-
green.
He handed me his putter like a month ago, maybe, or 3 weeks ago, and we were playing. And he's like, "Look at this grip," and it was just like a normal grip you have on an iron or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, I was kind of talking with my coach. He's like, all my best clubs that I use have this grip."
Yeah.
And then
So
the
why do I
club,
change on this one?
It's such a
club?
funny.
So
way
he's
to look
like,
at it.
the club that I fight the
Yeah.
most, I just have a totally different grip on.
So
and
he's
everything else
not
the same.
been pretty
Well,
good
then
putter normally.
Just like it's not even a bad putter. It's just his putter can get cold or
Right,
hot
yeah.
and whatever. And it's not as consistent as the others because he drives the ball like you
well,
would.
most people that hit it really well don't putt well because they have so many opportunities to putt. All they do is
Which
miss.
was I remember the
It's just
Scottie
odds.
thing for a while when
Yeah.
he was like getting
Yeah,
railed
well,
on.
and you
for
hit
that.
it 15 feet all day.
Yeah.
you're gonna see a lot of putts missed.
Statistically, you miss those.
You're gonna miss,
almost.
and then you look like, am I ever gonna make one?
So then he was saying, he was like, whatever reason, a shot that I've always been crazy comfortable with is like putting with like a 7-wood or a 5-wood around the greens. Always. He's like, for whatever reason, I always just feel like my speed and my line are like unbelievable with it. And he's like, so then we just kind of come up with this idea of like, let me just put one of those on a putter. He's like putting great with it. And then he said he went to the course with his caddy and he's kind of like, is this crazy? And his caddy was like, well, just hit 5 putts, see what happens. He goes, they all went in, and we were like, well, we're using
Man,
that
we're
one.
going with this. This is what I'm gonna putt with this week.
Yeah, and then of
Hey,
course
I
he
tell
went-
people all the time, I'll stand on my head with all my shoes untied and shirt untucked if every putt goes in. I don't give a shit what it takes. I'll do whatever it takes.
literally nothing better than watching a putt go in.
It's the best thing, especially when you flush it and you look up and you hit your line and you did everything right because there's so many variables. Like I read it right, I hit the right speed, and it's going in the middle.
Oh God,
And
I'm
then
such a
then
bad
it
putter
works
that
out.
when I make it, it's such a relief that like something went right or something went wrong and I got lucky.
I got lucky. I
Yeah.
shoved the shit out of that.
The
and it
best
went in.
feeling ever.
Good thing I misread the hell out of that.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've done
Just
that.
like it's not good on the greens right now.
It is so.
Maybe you
interesting.
should put a 58
work.
round on your putter
Yeah.
shot.
True. I'll
Yeah,
try
right.
anything.
It is so interesting you say how much you like change without realizing you change.
Oh,
'Cause even
yeah.
with me doing like the day and night putting videos, wherever you look, and I'll be like, a month ago, I know my stance was like closed when I
Right.
was putting, and then I look
Now
at a
it's
video
open.
and I'm like, I'm open
Yeah.
like 10 degrees. How is that possible?
Dude,
I
I'm
changed
doing
nothing.
a lesson on Sunday right before we go to the players because I haven't done a real lesson in God knows how long, forever. I honestly, I think I need that because something like you said, like sometimes your knees are a little bent, you're standing too far away from the ball. I'm swinging the way I've always swung in my head, and the ball's just going left and like all over the.
Well, now
off
you
the
got
planet.
your own built-in coach on the Foreplay pod for life.
This is unbelievable.
You don't have to get coaches anymore. It's free lessons from me all the time. You just got to bring beer.
Joe, I ain't coming. Cancel it.
Canceled it.
I'm
Cancel it.
absolutely out.
The goal is to make all three of you way better at golf.
Dude, that's such a great angle too. I didn't even
way
think of that.
better at
Yeah.
golf just by hanging out with me.
Gosh.
You're going to learn so much shit when we go play and goof off and travel and do shit. And if you're hitting it
So
shitty,
good.
I can like fix you in 5 minutes.
God.
Bro, this guy knows the most.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
understand?
Yeah, that's
Well,
unbelievable.
the most in this room, not the
Oh.
most.
But
Depends who's going to
Can
be in
you
this
take?
room
Can you
later.
look
Maybe
around the
if Tiger
corner see
walked
who
in,
else
we'll
is
ask
here?
him.
Like, is anyone else here? Max or Tiger? Or anything?
we'll see if he knows the most in this room.
He says the most in this room.
No, they're not going until 5.
Were you always obsessed with like knowing the game, like the swing?
No, hell no. I always just wanted to play and beat you. Like I was way more competitive than technical. And then once I got on tour, I was like, man, I got to learn the technique here
Yeah.
because these guys are really good. And I just got by beating people with my brain and
Yeah, just your
will.
fire,
Yeah, just
competitive.
wanting to win, competitive as hell.
Like
and-
why your match play record was so
Correct.
phenomenal. It's
And
like,
then once I started to figure out, like, everybody is different. Like, just because I know what I need to do in my tendencies, just like I was talking about with Shane Lowry, like he's got
Right.
he knows what his faults are. We all do.
right.
And that's what the biggest thing is, like instantly knowing what happened if it didn't go well and
Yeah.
being able to correct it is the best part. That's when you really got your
Big
game.
time. Which like I even no matter how bad we are, like there's times where I've had that before. where
Yeah,
you're like,
man,
oh,
if you
shit,
hit a
okay.
bad shot and you have no clue, your head spins for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
Worst thing ever.
worst thing, you don't even want to play anymore. Can I just take my ball and go home?
Yeah.
I do want to know what I did. 'Cause then there's almost like I can
a
I can
relief.
tweak
Like,
that.
oh, yeah,
right?
I can fix
you know,
that.
whatever it
I
is.
know,
like an
and you'll
equation.
probably go get that ball up and down.
Yeah, right.
But if you hit and that's what when I was playing really bad and I just didn't know where it was going. Like I was making bogeys from places I shouldn't because I'm still thinking about why am I over here? How did I hit that shot?
yeah.
Instead of like I probably hit that shot 10 years ago, but in my brain I thought I knew exactly why I hit it. So I just chipped it up and made the putt and never hit that shot again.
That is such an interesting mindset too of like, no, I know why I did that and we can work with that.
Yeah, I can get by.
Versus man, when you hit one, you're just walking around, you're like, oh boy. I
It
got
happened to me 6 at Pebble.
No
Hit
idea
one
where that
dead
came from.
left, laughably left.
I saw your video.
So
You saw-
funny.
did you see it?
Oh yeah.
I saw it.
Did you hit it up there on the cart path?
Dude, way left.
Yeah.
Like like left, more left than where the grandstands
Yeah.
were, because like I had to actually.
He was fine.
You're like over there near yeah, it's great over there
And then
actually.
I was so rattled by the swing that I didn't even think about the next one. I was able to get a 5-wood on it because it was like completely trampled down from I guess where they had the grandstand, and I laced a 5-wood over the bunkers on the left, and it went to like 35 yards in front of the green. Ended up making a 5 on the hole, but like the whole entire hole, I couldn't stop thinking about that drive. So
That's
it's
right.
like that's what you said, like. I guess just like not thinking and just swinging for the rest of that hole. It was my bet. Yeah, you gotta show him this fucking swing, man.
He's gonna be finishing up 5 here, and then
Oh wait, yeah, this one's great.
Watch this exit. Gone.
Holy shit!
Like,
Gone,
you can
dude.
fix that? Like, what-
Gone.
Are you a wizard?
Yeah, we can fix that real quickly.
Gone?
But
Just
that comes out of
immediately-
nowhere.
Dude, that's
man.
a shank with a driver.
It's impossible.
Did you hit it in the middle of the face?
I
Because
don't
it
know where I
didn't
hit
really
it.
curve,
I don't know where I hit it.
but it was out of screen.
Right,
so
that's
fast,
what he was
I don't
saying.
know.
He's like, it
Drew a
actually
little
ended
bit.
up in a good
Yeah.
spot.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So it was
So
like
you
a
might have that way underneath you there to hit it over there.
yeah. What is that? Like a toe shank?
No, I don't think. I don't know. I have to go. We'll
Dude,
go over there
I'm-
and hit in the simulator when we get off.
Oh.
That one shocked him. He's like, whoa, holy shit.
It's unfortunately, I think it might be yippy and like mental at this point because on the
Not
range,
you, Frankie. I've never seen you be mental.
dude, on the
yippy at
range,
all.
I'm
Not
piping
you.
these things. I'm actually pinpointing. We played Sawgrass. That range at
Well,
Sawgrass
you've done
is
that your whole
unbelievable.
life that I've known you. You stripe it on the range and then duff it on the first hole.
Here, man. Well,
Nah,
unless you got
I
something.
don't believe in that shit.
I don't know either because I was actually hearing a guy talk about it earlier or whatever a couple weeks ago on Twitter, some clip, and it was like it wasn't Dr. Brett McKay, but it was somebody like in that kind of realm, whatever. And he was like, I just firmly believe that everybody thinks the yips are mental, but they're actually just mechanical and
Yeah,
technique.
I
physical
agree with
mechanics.
that for sure, but like, there's got to be a reason why when I step over a 7-iron from 165 to 175, I feel confident that I can at least make this go correctly. I can hit this green. I can do it. You know what I mean? I know it's gonna be a little bit of
Absolutely.
a cut.
I'm not
It's like-
saying I agree with this guy.
but
You're just
I'm saying there's got to be a difference as to like why I can't feel that way on the
Yeah.
tee, and your answer might be because
But it's
technically I'm
also
not good on the
speed,
tee.
too. Like you don't swing as hard as you do on the range as you do on the course. None of us do.
Right.
Like I can hit.
yeah, it's amazing.
I can have my TrackMan right there, and my last ball be 165 ball speed, and I can go over to number 1 4 minutes later and be 170. Just pure adrenaline. So I'm swinging 5 miles an hour faster. And if you have a 2-degree flaw at 165 and it turns into a 5-degree flaw at 170,
I
that's
see.
pretty drastic
Right.
difference.
Right.
So you
That's
get that
interesting
shot.
you say because I think that's a major reason I hit it differently from the range to the
No doubt.
because I even get fit for all of my equipment at the Kingdom with TaylorMade. Like when I'm swinging as hard as I can, hitting these like high draws, and then I
Yeah.
go out to the first tee at Sawgrass, and I'm like trying to just
Push
like
cut.
yeah, I'm trying to do
Right.
anything to get it out there.
It
There's
is,
no
yeah.
way I'm swinging at the right speeds that I did
Right.
when I got fit into
That's
that
right.
thing.
That's right.
So now all of a sudden, this like blue Ventus TR is like
Oh,
probably
there's
not
some
even the right.
water and there's some rough and a
Oh.
bunker, and I'm not going to do this anymore.
Fucking insane
Take-
how
yeah.
that happens
Let's just
to your
put our foot on
brain,
the
dude.
on the brake for a second, and then once
Absolutely
that happens,
insane.
it's whee.
I hit yesterday. I hit like 10 drivers before we went to the first tee, and they're all over hooks. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm drawing the shit out of it. Got on the first hole, push cut. I was like, what the hell is that, dude?
Isn't
So
that
it happens to
bullshit?
me still.
Yeah.
How is that place? I've never been to Seminole.
It's fantastic. It's brutally hard now that they changed the front. They're going to do the back this summer. But the greens are rock hard, and the wind was blowing about 15. And there's nothing around the greens, so it's all one cut and bunkers. So when they're firm, your ball just goes off.
Forever.
Yeah, you just
Indeed.
chip and miss 8-footers. all
Rory
day.
and his dad won, right?
Yeah, Rory didn't think it was hard.
Yeah.
Right.
63. He beat me by 20.
I was just
It's
gonna
not
say.
a big deal. I think I'm going to play next week on tour, Feeling good about my game.
He beat me by 20.
In one round.
One day.
He beat me by 80 in a 4-day
Right.
tournament.
Just an 80-stroke victory from Rory.
Holy shit.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like those YouTube, like we've always had those little debates, like could you beat Rory if you started 30 under par or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
one
And
day.
it's like
He almost beat Kiz that.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck.
it is funny because we were talking about we had Nico on the podcast the other day, and he was talking about he's like, whatever, we're getting into kind of Scottie stuff, and he's like, yeah, I've still never beat Scottie, and we were like, what? And he goes, yeah, I was really close at Pebble, and the fucker eagled 18 in the last. And I was like, you keep track? He's like, oh yeah, I've never beaten him.
He
He's
even
like,
said that in his interview. He's like, I wasn't driving it great. Not all of us are like Scottie Scheffler, where we just hit it down the middle on every
Dude,
hole.
Scotty's in his brain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
right.
Always in the back of his mind.
I think he's in everybody's
He is,
brain.
for sure.
he's like, that guy just always beats me. He's like, I've been playing out here for years. We played tournaments together
So
all the time.
frustrating.
He's never beaten me. I've
I
never
remember
beaten.
really beat me in the match play. He's just getting going, and I was like 4 under through 14, and we're shaking hands. It's like, well, I wasn't really playing poorly.
Dude, I remember when he chipped that one to the bunker and then holed it
Yep.
on the water hole down by the lake.
Thought I finally had something.
Totally. I remember.
I remember that.
Oh, because we're always Team Kids guys.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
were with it. But I remember like that was before Scottie
If
was
this
even.
flips right here,
Scottie.
Kiz is gonna win.
So I was like, this is it, dude. Kiz is about, and he just dunked it.
Sorry, Kiz.
Oh.
Enjoy your second place for the 3rd time in this event.
You had a good Good.
That was my annuity every year, man, going to that place.
My annuity.
Yeah. Go out there and crank out a quick millie and come on back.
Not a bad week.
That's nice.
That is
nice.
so good. File your way with Tax Act. You can file yourself with step-by-step guidance and get your max refund guaranteed. Add Expert Assist to get unlimited answers to your tax questions. Let them file for you with expert full service. Hand off your taxes and let them do the work. Look, it's that time of year.
It is.
You know,
Just get them done with. Let them do it.
Yeah.
I think that's really their tagline. You know, let's get
let
this.
them file for you.
Just let them file for you, and let's get over this season and let the professionals get it done, because a lot of people try and get this thing done themselves, and you push it off, you push it off,
Right.
it off, and it never gets done correctly. And then the stress, like none of this. The reason Tax Act is such a big company is because like it's an essential thing to get done in your life.
They just take care of it.
Just get it done.
Don't wait.
Let them file for you with expert full service. Again, hand off your taxes and let them do the work. They're credentialed, U.S.-based experts are there to help. Tax Act, let's get them over with. Do you have a favorite event to cover on NBC?
The Players is great just
It is
because the
so
drama
great.
at the end and the golf course and the 17th hole, and you never know what you're going to get. And, you know, I think it's a great venue because the guy that plays the best wins, right? Every year there, I think you
And
go
anybody
always
can
see it.
win.
And anybody can win. It's not, you don't have to fly at 3:30 to play there. I do wish they was still in May and Bermuda grass, where it was firm and fast.
Yeah.
But the golf course is in great shape, and we have incredible winners there every year. I don't know. It just has a different buzz than the rest of them.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like we obviously stand the majors. We love going the Ryder Cup, President's Cup. We go crazy for all the time. And tour events, we've kind of always been a little bit like tour events. Like I'll go to some. It was first time I went to the Players, whatever it was, like 3 years ago or something. I've been telling people forever. I said, sure, the Masters, obviously the Masters, and depending on where a major championship venue could be, but I said year in and year out, outside of the Masters, I don't think there's a single better thing to go to than the Players Championship. And look, obviously I love the Phoenix Open a lot. It's a totally
Right.
different experience, a party. If you want to go as like a golf fan,
Yeah.
I think the Players Championship is as good as you can see from every hole. Like I remember being there the first, maybe 2-3 years ago, and it was like Rory and Scottie were playing together, and I walked up on like the second green randomly, and they're both getting ready to putt. I could just watch both of them putt immediately. I
And
was
you're
like,
so close you can read their putts. Like,
Right.
you know where they're
Yeah.
even.
right,
Yeah, it's
because the
incredible.
stadium course
And
all
the
that.
whole infrastructure they built there is incredible. Like, I mean, just getting around the golf course is easy. There's plenty to do.
The course itself is
range
iconic.
Course is iconic. The range is great to go watch.
Yeah.
All that. And, you get the 16, 17, 18, I think, are probably three of the best finishing holes in golf to try to win, the Players' Championship. Staying on that 17th hole with everything on the line is something that'll get your heart ringing.
God, how did you hit all those good shots doing that?
I know. How did Ricky's ball not go in the water?
Oh,
I agree.
unbelievable.
How
I
did that
agree.
putt on 18 not go in? That was before anybody knew who I was, too.
Definitely.
I think Johnny Miller was like, I don't really know who this kid is, but he sure is playing good. Quote
Johnny
on air. I'm like, thanks, Johnny.
That's perfect,
Yeah,
Johnny.
yeah, thank you.
That is so funny to look back, like how much harder I was rooting for Ricky Fowler than you.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
just was like, who's this?
Who's
name?
this guy?
Get
He's
this
got
fucking
wheels
guy.
up on his shirt. Who's he think he is?
That's amazing. All right, boys.
Dude, how good is this podcast right now?
great.
Like,
I mean,
We can go all day.
this is gonna be so good, man.
Yeah, man, we're
This
gonna
was
have a ball.
easy, right? I mean, just talking golf.
We do this on the phone anyway. We
I
might
know.
as well
Yeah, I was
film it
gonna
and
say
make
we were
money.
doing this before the show.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck were we talking about before? We were talking about something to teach you, and I was like, we got to do this for the podcast.
yeah.
Dude, I'm really happy. This is gonna be unbelievable.
We're gonna
man.
have a ball,
Like, that was
dude.
just so natural. You have so many great stories and perfect. You're the perfect fit.
I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it.
This was awesome.
But
guys.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so y'all just keep me in the guardrails.
So we're gonna just
Keep
we
doing
got,
what you're
we're
doing.
gonna get your ass
Let's have a meeting.
like a producer that's gonna get you locked. We're gonna get you like a part-time guy, whatever, an AK. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
either
him.
one of these guys will be completely dedicated to you, or we're gonna have a guy
I don't
that's
care.
down by you that's gonna like work you through any idea that you have, any video you want to do. You're gonna be able to get it done. These
Oh,
guys that
that'd
you're
be
looking at
great.
behind the camera are the best in the business.
I know. I
They
gotta
crush
just
it.
learn how to film all the fun shit I do because I never film anything.
I know. I
Well,
know.
that's the
I'm
thing.
gonna
We
have
should have
to
a
learn
guy
how to-
just like follow you. It's
You know,
gonna
I'm
be
just
like a
gonna
reality
film
TV
shit and
show.
send it to Brendan and be
Oh,
like, all right, make it
perfect,
cool.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
exactly what you're looking at it. You're looking at it. Kevin Kisner, man, you are the man. Welcome to the operation.
Let's do it, boys.
Very excited to
The
have you.
mothership's about to take off.
That was so fucking fun. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be back next week's Players Championship week. So enjoy. Well, make sure you enjoy and tune in to
Yeah, I got the
NBC.
next 5. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
We got our guy. Our guy's just on
Insane.
the coverage
Awesome.
for NBC.
Y'all got to come in the booth down there at the Players and hang out.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I'll go take you on the truck too, man. The truck is hilarious.
Oh, I can't even.
Where
imagine.
they, you know,
Yeah.
shit's going haywire. It makes me nervous.
Oh.
Like it's so
producers,
anxiety
directors.
high, yelling at the guy. We're going to this camera. This, you would love it.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
You
Dude, I
watch
was
it on
gonna-
TV and it's just beautiful.
I go in there every time because it makes me appreciate the booth more.
yeah.
Because, like, I go in there and it's just utter chaos, but they know what they're doing, and I have no idea what they're doing. And then I go in the booth and it's like Dan Hicks' sweet voice. And I'm like, all right, I like
This
this
is way better.
This is way better.
There's like cookies. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Lady make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there. Miss Kathy, she's the best. It's great.
He's also
Uh,
about to play golf tonight for like Tiger Woods' TGL team
Yeah. Right.
on ESPN.
How
I'm
nuts
not
is
gonna make
that?
Tiger laugh all night again. Don't worry about it.
So
It's
good.
just nuts.
One
I
of
think I'm
our
gonna stick
guys,
around
man.
all weekend next weekend for the players
Let's do some cool shit.
because I wasn't gonna really.
Because I'm
be
gonna
around.
drive down. I gotta do some stuff with the tour, so I may come down early and we can just hang out and you can ride around my cart with me and we can go do cool shit.
When do you think you're gonna get in for the?
I
players?
know I have to be there Friday morning, so I might come Thursday night.
Wow.
Oh baby. All right, I like it. We'll be in
Awesome.
touch. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we'll do some
So
cool
I
stuff.
have a crazy week next week.
You
I
do
got
have a crazy
invited
week.
to co-host one of the biggest, I would say the biggest New York radio show. So Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti, they have Boomer and Gio in the mornings, and I listen to it every morning,
Right.
especially when I was like back home, not traveling as much. And Gio texted me, he's like, "Do you want to?" He's like, "Boomer's on vacation. Do you want to sit in his seat?" Which to me is like
The ultimate
craziest
seat, right?
That's so
invite
sick.
to get. It's on Wednesday of Players
That'll
Week.
be
So I'm going to
sick.
be in Jacksonville, flying back Tuesday night, staying in the city by the place, doing the show, flying back to the Players.
And you're only doing one day?
I'm just going to do that one day.
That's sweet,
yeah.
dude.
But
Very
all
cool.
worth it because the Players is the best thing to be at, but also I have to do that
What
show.
time does it come on? I'll have to tune in.
Well, it's 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., but yeah. Call in, give us something.
Guys,
I
you think
might-
you're gonna be
I
on there
might need
for
to.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Because I
don't
know the
how
ins and
next
outs
week.
of the business you're about to do, so I can really probably
Live,
fuck with you.
live, yeah.
There you go.
Try and get me to curse.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking about is
Yeah.
not cursing the
Yeah.
entire time. So
Well, it's
probably the
interesting
hardest
you
thing.
say that. Like, that was my biggest nervy thing about doing broadcasts is like, dude, my tongue will
Yep.
just fly
Naturally.
naturally. But when that thing hits on and you put that headset on and it's like you can tell the change in the tune, it's like interview hat goes right on.
I want to say I agree with you, but we did a Corn Ferry Tour event, and
You
I was
didn't
out
do
there on the
you
golf
didn't do
course,
well.
and they said, "Frankie, you gotta stop cursing." I said, "Okay, I swear I won't do it." The next time they went to me, I forgot who
It was all time.
It may have been Goddard hit a freaking flop shot out of a bunker. I go, "Guys, that was the best fucking shot I've ever seen." And they're like, "You got
You
it."
made it one. You made it one line.
They hit,
What? It was an unbelievable shot.
I don't know how else to describe it.
It was
than
fucking
that.
awesome.
they hit him with one where like Frankie was like behind the 18th green or something. And we're throw it down. And, like, "Hey, Frankie, what like size up? What kind of shot he's got here?" And he paused a little too long. He just goes, "It's a really fucking hard shot." it was unbelievable.
So we'll see. He may listen to this and be like, "All right, you're not
You're
invited,"
out.
but
You're done.
I
Can't do
hope
it.
I hope I can still do it. Anyway, dude,
This was
Yeah.
great.
unbelievable.
Love it, man.
What a
This
day
is
we have
fun.
ahead of us, by the way.
But we're just
Awesome.
getting started.
We're just getting started.
We got a whole night ahead of us.
We do got a big night
We gotta
ahead
get some
of us.
food in us, though.
I'm starving.
Let's go eat.
starving.
I'll take you out to a cool place.
All right.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Yeah.